YouTube family, how are y'all doing today? Hopefully you guys are going to do today. First YouTube video, by the way, just there. Basically today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be rating operators that I have unlocked. So chat might do short, might not do every operator just because I cannot be fucked. But chat, first of all, we got starting off with Striker. Okay, Striker, 100% underrated operator, first of all. Let's just, analyze this. So, first of all, we got the M4, great gun. He's also got a marksman rifle, just W's. So he's got a shotgun. But then chat, also, the main thing about him is you can use EMPs and a hard breach at the same time. Or, I like to use frags and stuns. So chat, in my opinion, out of 10, it's probably about a 9. An 8 or a 9. But then chat, next we have Sledge. Okay, Sledge, in my opinion, a shit operator. You can call me out for this, but I think he's shit. I think there's no point having him in your team. All you can get is soft walls. Probably like 5 out of 10. Chat, we got Thatcher. Cool. What an operator, first of all. One thing I know about wait. Chat, I did the fucking quote wrong. Wait. One thing I know for sure is a 6-inch blade never loses its reception. That's an aura. But chat, first of all, W's. Black Ice. But he's got the L85A2 W rifle. But then chat, my favourite thing about him as well, he also has this marksman rifle. I'm not going to say the name. I'll probably fuck it up. But chat, that rifle is just insane for me. I love it. But yeah, chat, all good as well. He can get walls. So then you've got Ace to come with him. Ace, obviously, another good operator. We'll move to Ace right now, straight ahead, as soon as I'm talking about him. Chat, Ace, first of all, his AK-12, W gun. Like, W gun, there's nothing to say about it. And also because he got an update, not recently, but not too long ago, where he got flash grenades, or stun grenades, W's. Him with Thatcher, you can just get through any wall. So chat, now we're going to do 4 defenders as well. Start off with Sentry. Sentry is I think one of my most used operators in defense. It's him and Smoke, I think. But chat, you just got to run the TCSG with the C75 auto. And then chat, I go for a shield and a nitro cell. He's also really good for 1v1s. So chat, if you're ever doing like 1v1 on like Oregon or anything, chat, keep seeing chat. But everyone, if you keep doing, if you do 1v1s on Oregon, he is a great operator to use. I'd probably rate him a 9 out of 10 as well. I don't think there's any 10 out of 10 operators really. Chat, we move to Smoke. Smoke, very good operator by the way. He can deny the plant. His smoke canisters, they last for like 15 seconds, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, chat, all good, very good operator. Good for denial plant. He's also got his shotgun. Just nothing to say about it. It's an amazing shotgun. And also his SMG11 W gun. And then Barb. But yeah, chat, he's probably a 9 out of 10 as well. What defender should we do next? Okay, let's do Mirror. Mirror's a good operator. Mirror's a really good operator because you can see sight, but when the attackers take your sight, they have your mirror. That's now their mirror. So she's a bit of a 50-50. I think I'd rate her like an 8 though. But her speed, she's too slow. I reckon 2 speed, 2 health. But chat, I could get a lot of hate for that. But oh well. But chat, her loadout as well. Her loadout is like 8 out of 10 because the Vector is very good, and then paired with a shotgun and a nitro cell. So chat, probably get an 8 out of 10. Probably 7 out of 10. Sorry, operator all around. Next chat, we'll move to my favorite operator at the moment is Lesion. Chat, Lesion is an amazing operator because he's just such a good operator. Don't know why I moaned. But chat, you got obviously his gadget, hit the goose. That's amazing. I feel like they should have wider range though. But then chat, you got his T5 SMG. That is by far one of the best defense guns, probably in my opinion. No recoil, good fire rate, good damage, and yeah, it's just amazing. And then chat, obviously I run a BP. Just because why fucking not? What's another defender, chat? Okay, we'll move to Aruni. Aruni, by the way, one of like my top 5 defender operators at the moment. But yeah, because of her DMR, I run her DMR, and then her gates are good. I feel like she should have more gates. So I feel like she should have 4 gates, instead of 3, because I just don't think 3's not good enough, or not good enough, but not enough for her basically in a site. But chat, Aruni, good. ACOG, she's got the marksman. Yeah, she's a good operator. Okay, chat. Sorry, I don't have much operator. Solus. Solus, whatever you want to call her. Probably a 7.5 out of 10 operator for me. Because I don't use her as much. I don't like using her. She's good for denial plan and good for intel. If you want to jump out windows, you can see if they've got claymores, jump for their drones. Probably out of 10, yeah, probably like 7.5. Because she's not their best operator in my opinion. But she's good. Chat, we're going to move to another attacker. Let's do... Ooh, Dokkaebi. Right, chat, Dokkaebi. Dokkaebi's my favourite attacker at the moment. Probably this first 10 out of 10 of the video. Just because I'm biased and she's my favourite operator. But chat, first of all, her new update, I'm a bit of a 50-50 on it. Because I prefer her old one, where you can literally hear people around you. But this new one is very good for situations where you've got a teammate, you've got an enemy downed, you've got an enemy low, and it's a 5v1. You just call, push, done, bam. Her new gun as well, chat. Her new gun, for me, is... I prefer her DMR. People could disagree with me here. But I think she's a good operator overall. Very good for intel, obviously. But chat, her stuns are gone and I'm pissed. Where have her stuns gone? I'm going to cry. But chat, we're only going to do a few operators. It's going to be a short YouTube video anyway. But I obviously don't want to do much operators because I don't have a lot and also don't have the time. I'm pretty busy today. Apologies for that. But we will do a full YouTube video on all the operators in total eventually. Chat, next one is Deimos. In my opinion, another 10 out of 10. His AK-74M. Banging gun. Very good, very good, very good gun. Also, his shotgun. A very good shotgun. But chat, his .44 Vendetta is the best secondary weapon. The SMG-12, nah. Vendetta clears it by far, in my opinion. And then chat, obviously, he's got hard breaches and frag grenades. I think good operator, 10 out of 10, 100%. Very good for intel as well. Very, very good for intel. Chat, I need to find a 10 out of 10 defender as well. Let's see what's defenders next. Because, I mean, chat, I've used all these defenders. I just have a new account. Okay, mute. 10 out of 10 operator, first of all. Okay? Listen here. Listen here. If you don't, just trust the process. First of all, his signal disruptors. Stops drones. Stops them getting Deimos tracks, from getting Dokkaebi calls. Stops all intel getting to you with mute jammer. And if you have the good placements for it, then you just be perfect with them. And chat, also, I'll make a video on like apologies for that. I'll make a video on like placements for mutes and site setups for mute. His shotgun, amazing shotgun. Like there's no issues with it. It's SMG-11. One of my favorite guns. And then it's nitro. So obviously, chat, this is a good class setup here. But chat, also let me know in the comments. YouTube, let me know in the comments as well if you've got any tips and stuff like that for any operators. Just let me know. I will read all comments anyway. But yeah, mute is 10 out of 10 operator. What's next? Ooh, we could go to Azami, you know, chat. We can go to Azami. Chat and YouTube. Azami, probably a 9 out of 10 operator for me. I don't have her unlocked at the moment, but it's fine. But yeah, keeper barriers, very good for if people are trying to get into sight. She's very good for like just wasting time basically, because you've got to hit her Azami 3 times by punching it, which takes long. And one of my favorite things to do with Azami is place a keeper barrier down, wait for someone to stop punching it, impact it, jump out on them, and they just get like they shit themselves. Sorry for the starter. But they just shit themselves. So it's very good for denial of entry. It's very good operator overall, and very good for like just getting into spots that you couldn't get into in a normal game. Let's go to an attacker. Okay, let's go to Kali. Just get rid of the operator at this point. One of the worst operators in the game is Kali, because this is Rainbow Six Siege. This isn't Call of Duty. You don't need a sniper theoretically. She is good for destroying, say, electrics like Cades and bandits, but other than that, a shit operator that I'm probably going to buy last because I don't like her. Because basically, smoke grenades, claymores, and breach charges, first of all, horrible, horrible, horrible way to start. Especially if you've got a sniper. Like, yes, you do have an SMG secondary, but then you also have a horrible sniper, like, as your first weapon, so your primary. Chat, one of the worst operators, in my opinion, in the game. That's the worst attacker, in my opinion. The worst defender, in my opinion. Thunderbird. One of the worst defenders, in my opinion, to this day. Because, let me explain. Before people start going in the comments, oh, she's not the worst operator, blah, blah, blah. In my opinion, this is all opinions, by the way, chat. This is nothing serious, just my opinion. One of the worst operators, because you got Doc. Doc's a better operator than her, and he can heal. He can heal to full HP. She can only do chunks at a time. And, first of all, the Spear, horrible, horrible gun. The Spaz 15, horrible gun. Secondary, decent. Secondary, decent. Horrible handgun, by the way. And then, chat, I think she needs a C4. I think she needs a C4, and this might recover her a bit. But she also needs a new primary, because her primaries are short. That is also one of the worst operators on defense side, in my opinion. Chat, let's move on to Kavira. Kavira, whatever you want to call her. Go ahead. One of the top 5 defenders for me. I personally like using her. Yes, I did just hate on the Spaz 15, but I do use it on Cav. Mainly, I do use the M12. Sometimes I use the Spaz 12, even though I was just slagging it off. Also, her pistol. 10 out of 10 pistol. Same damage. And yeah, there used to be a thing where her body shots used to be 99. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it used to take 99 HP away when she first came out. She was OP. And then impact, good for rotation back to sight. Chat, probably one of the best defenders, in my opinion. I like to use her a lot. I know people are going to say, obviously, what is my top 1? Well, I don't know if people are going to say this, but what is my top 1 attacker? At the moment, Dokkaebi. But in a situation of getting into sight and we have no hard breachers or anything like that, it's going to be this guy. This guy doesn't give a fuck if you're an electrical operator. He will just ignore you. Free trial, W-mans. But yeah, he will not give a fuck if you're an electrical operator. He will just get through your hard breach, or your breach, sorry. No matter if it's a soft wall or a hard wall, and it is electrified, he will just get through it. He'll ignore it. He's obviously a 10 out of 10 operator in my opinion. I love the AR-15. Just an amazing gun. And then the Reaper MK2, amazing secondary. And then chat, also you got frag grenades and stun grenades. Both very good, very good. I prefer to use stuns, so I can get to sight quicker. But chat, another 10 out of 10 here. Moving on to the last defender, because chat, I'm going to end this video early. But then the last defender of the day is going to be this man right here, Goyo. Okay, what's good about Goyo? Also, first of all, just give me my rating. Probably an 8 out of 10. What's good is his canisters. First of all, his canisters, absolutely amazing. You can place a canister down on the floor on the barricade. It denies 15 seconds at a time. You place 4 of that. That is... Don't even worry about it. But you can basically just deny plant for a very long time. But yeah, and also his TCSG or the Vector, both very good guns. The TCSG is probably the best gun to use for him. And then you've got his handgun. Yes, meh. And then the impact grenade. But chat, also let me know in the comments and everything. What is your favourite defender and attacker, and what's your favourite gun in the game? And give me reasons why. But chat, first ever YouTube video.